everybody. Lance Russell and Dave Brown. By golly, we're smack dab along the ringside and ready to go with another big week of championship wrestling. Big it is. We've got some information about the new Southern Tag Team Champs right after you tell us what we've got today.
Absolutely. Boy, here's some of the folks that are here today. The Hunter will be here with Bambi. Also, Alan West will be here, both in single matches. A little bit later on, we will have Big Bubba, the Mighty Goliath, downtown Bruno. I'm sure he'll be tagging along with them. Then, a bit later on, Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka will be teamed up. Bruno will be with them, too. And that's not all. Rocky Johnson and Soul Train Jones here today.
I'll tell you what, we got some interesting stories to get today. I want to find out about Tanaka and Diamond being together after last week in particular. And I got to tell everybody, if you don't know it yet, new AWA Southern Tag Champs. The team of Big Bubba and the Mighty Goliath went down to Soul Train Jones and the Soul Man Rocky Johnson. They are our new tag champions. We'll be seeing them later on. Time out. We're going to be back with action coming up in just a moment. Action up in the ring. Just one moment before we get to it, we promised the Hunter an opportunity to have a word with us here pertaining to what?
First of all, Lance Russell, I didn't have enough time last week to tell everybody what happened. Alan West came and abducted Bambi when I had my back turned in the ring and took her outside in the hall, grabbed her by her hair, and kissed her on the lips. Let me tell you something.
Did he?
No, yes, he did that. Nobody lays a hand on my woman but me, Lance Russell. Alan West, if the beating I have given you is not enough, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do to you. I'm going to take those fat lips that he kissed Bambi with, and I'm going to beat them back on his head like a balloon. I'm going to take that long, fat tongue of his, and I'm going to twist it, wrap it around his throat, and choke him to death with it. So, Alan West, what you did to Bambi, brother, you signed your death warrant. Before this is over with me and you, you're going to be out in the yard somewhere pushing up tulips. Now, I'm tired of this. And I think part of this is your fault.
Wait a minute. Don't be blaming it on me. Bambi's the one that interfered in there that Alan West came.
You're supposed to have security around here to make sure nobody grabs her.
Well, you got a bank coming.
Alan West, you signed your death warrant, brother. You can bet on that.
Okay, the Hunter with Bambi heading to the ring as I think maybe he forgot to tell Alan West that nobody lays a hand on her but him or something, Dave. Here we go.
Hey, nobody puts their hands on her.
All right, this match is going to be one fall, 15-minute time limit. Introducing from Memphis, Tennessee, 204 pounds, Ed Maddox. Going against him from Black Rock Mountain, Georgia, 231 pounds, the Hunter. The Hunter has his mascot, Bambi, in the corner. Referee Jerry Calhoun calls for the bell, and the Hunter going after Ed Maddox. Boy, he really jumped into that corner after him.
Yeah, I was just thinking, the poor Ed Maddox. He's mad at Alan West. He just got through blowing off a little steam out here, and so he goes in and he takes it out on Ed Maddox right away.
I think you called it exactly right. Ed Maddox never has had a chance to get going yet, anyway. The Hunter, big clothesline, just drove it into the mat. Boy, he's steamed.
Wow, he is. He's saying that's Alan West. Well, with all due respect to Ed, who just got caught in that snap suplex in there, he's not quite as big as the muscle man from Zuma Beach. There's a whip on Maddox. Big elbow, and that's a stocky one, too, because, boy, that is what the Hunter is. He is some kind of stacked up, not the tallest guy in the world, but he has been pumping that iron. Referee getting on him about going across the throat, I think. Yeah, and again he did it.
Maddox helped back up to his feet, and then the Hunter headbutt just knocked him right back down. Minute 15 gone in this one. Hunter with a body slam on Ed Maddox. Follows up with a foot across the throat. Got him in the eyes there, it looked like. Forearm across the back. All been the Hunter so far in this one. Power slam. Good one, too. This might be it. Count is 2 and 3. Minute 46 the time on it, and a very upset Hunter comes in here going against Ed Maddox and beats him in less than 2 minutes.
He's upset and capable because I tell you, this guy can go. You noticed on that snap suplex, that power slam in there, he has got some moves on him, no question about it. Okay, so the Hunter comes out victorious in a relatively short time. As long as we got everybody's attention, let's just get Alan West, who is the subject of it, in. We'll hang Alan through the ring.
Out of parts unknown at 216 pounds, facing out of Zuma Beach, California, 250 pounds, Alan West.
Jerry Calhoun signals for the bell, and there it is.
Alan West has to be a heavy favorite coming into this one. He's got a weight advantage on a Red Demon.
Boy, one of the most appropriate music themes that wrestlers come out to. It certainly is appropriate with the Beach Boys and Alan from Zuma Beach and all. Hooked the arm and hip tossed him out across the ring into the ropes. Got him again. Scoops him up in the air. Just dumps him out to the side.
Whoa, nice drop kick. Boy, he had the Demon coming off the ropes anyway, so he had momentum forward, and then West just stopped him cold in his tracks with that drop kick.
Presses him up in the air and dumps him down again. Boy, he caught him high and really popped him hard. 1, 2, and a 3, and that's it, Dave.
Yes, sir. That one went a minute 4 seconds, and Alan West did control the entire match. 1:04 the time as he gets the count of 3 on the Red Demon.
Yes, Alan West, who didn't take very long to get rid of him. Here, Alan, let me slide you right in here on this side, if we would, please, sir. Yowza, you kind of got the Hunter a little bit angered up in there. You can tell us, nobody's listening, did you really kiss her?
Well, Lance, let me tell you, there was a little bit of kissing going on last week, but I got to say one thing. There's such thing as a kisser and the kissee. I was the kissee, Lance.
I see. Well, whatever, I can tell you one thing for a fact. You've got the Hunter's attention. No question about that.
Well, got his attention, that's right. But I got to say one thing, Lance. You know, I don't come out here and brag at all, but there's a time when you got to talk. And Hunter, I know you got a monitor in your dressing room right now. I know you're watching me. I got to say, 1, I am a better wrestler than you. 2, I'm a better fighter than you. And 3, Lance, I know I'm a better kisser than you. Love it. I heard him talking, blabbing his mouth, saying he's going to beat me up, do this, do that.
Yeah.
Well, if he keeps it up, Lance, I'm going to prove all 3 of them things. And I might just steal your girl.
Whoa! Alan West with a lot of confidence, and by golly, he's got reason to have it walking off. We've got more action, and we're going to be back to it in just a moment. Evansville Coliseum Wednesday night, son of a gun. Is that going to be something else? I'm telling you right from the opening bout, it's going to go right on to where you get Jerry the King Lawler, the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol, and they're going to be in a match where there will be a baseball bat up on a pole, and the guy that can get it, that's going to be the winner, and I mean more than one way. You're going to see some heavy head hitting going on right there. It will contain Paulie Dangerly at ringside with the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol.
Thank you, Lance Russell. Let me tell you something, Lawler. You had to live dangerously, didn't you? Huh? You had to come on and live dangerously with old Paulie and the Southern Heavyweight Champion, Austin Idol. So now you want to have a chance to get your hands on a bat, don't you? Huh? Well, you're not going to do it, Lawler. I'm not going to let you get near that bat, and neither's Austin. Just like we did last time, we're
And if we have to do it with a baseball bat, it'll be just as easy as if we didn't have one. Isn't that right, Heartthrob?
What Jerry Lawler must understand, that for 7 years, nobody has ever escaped the clutches of Austin Idol. It's not Jerry Lawler. It hasn't been Nick Bockwinkel. You can name them from the top to the bottom. Ken Patera, Stan Hansen, Dusty Rhodes. They've all come through here, or I've met them somewhere else in the country, and they all had one thing in common. They all bit the dust. Now, I'm telling you, Lawler, it's just a matter of time. And I don't care if it's in Evansville. I don't care if it's in Louisville. I don't care if it's in Miami. I don't care where it is. If I have to climb a pole, if I have to climb the Eiffel Tower to get a baseball bat, I'll get it. And when I get it, Jack, I'm going to do a number on you you'll never forget. Because there's one thing I vowed to myself in 1987. And this is it, Jack. I'm going to take you out.
Okay, we're going to be back in the ring with more action here on Championship Wrestling in just a moment. Before we get there, coming out straight from Pittsburgh, downtown Bruno. And he's got a couple of gentlemen with him, please.
Oh, I'm sorry.
A couple of gentlemen with him, Pat Tanaka and Paul Diamond. Hey, listen, I got to ask you right off the top. Now, the last time that we saw Pat Tanaka and Paul Diamond, they were ready to cut each other's throats. And now here they are, all buddy and friends. How about it? How did all this come about?
What are you asking me for? What are you asking me for?
Well, let me tell you about it, all right? My man right here, he has the biggest heart I've ever seen in a person before in my life. Okay, this man called me and admitted to me that he was wrong. But hey, that's right, ain't it? He admitted to me that he was wrong.
Well, let me... Wait just 1 second, Pat. Let me explain for the folks who may not know. What happened was Paul Diamond was a partner with Billy Travis and Jeff Jarrett in a six-man match. Paul Diamond is the one who pulls the mask off of his partner to collect $5,000 from downtown Bruno. And then you were screaming at Paul Diamond because he stole your $5,000.
No, see, we both pulled it off at the same time. So Paul, as big as heart as he has, called me and says, you know, Patrick, I'm wrong. You know, I'll share that $2,500 with you and everything like that. And, you know, everything was great because, hey, this man has integrity. He's a man.
You mean he gave you half the blood money in there, $2,500?
Of course he did. God. Hey, this man has the biggest heart I've ever seen.
Do you suppose maybe rather than having such a big heart, he was protecting himself because he didn't have anybody with him? You were mad at him. Bruno was mad at him. Everybody was mad at him in there. Maybe he was buying some protection.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard, Lance. I won't even acknowledge that with an answer. Just...
Oh, I see. Well, I'll tell you what, while I have all three of you fine men of high integrity out here, I've got something that Jeff Jarrett wanted us to show as a proposal. Now, Bruno, you know that Jeff has said, and you know I'm not telling any lies about it, he has offered everything that he has to offer to get a match and put up the fact where you will get off the case about the contract of Billy Travis, so where Billy Travis can come back if he wins a match.
Lance Russell, let me tell you something, brother. I told you time and time again, and I mean it. We got rid of Billy Travis once, and we got rid of him twice, and the second time's for good. I don't care what Jeff Jarrett says. I don't care if he kisses my toe. There's no way that Billy Travis is ever coming back in here. We put a stop to that.
Okay, I hear the comment. Let's take a listen to Jeff Jarrett and see the proposal. You guys will be interested in this, so take a listen to it.
Well, Bruno, as you see, I'm not in the best of shape right now. But I've asked Eddie to bring this tape in, and I want you to listen to just a few words I've got to say. Now, I know your time is very valuable, but just listen up to a few words I've got to say. Now, Bruno, you've surprised me over the past week. You've done a lot. You've done a whole lot. The first thing you did was you caused Billy to leave town. You pulled his mask off right there on TV. You were standing up on that table. I've looked back at the tapes. You were standing up on the table like you'd won the America's Cup. You had done it all. Second thing you did, Bruno, was you got a new recruit in your camp. That's Paul Diamond. Now, I'll give it to him. He's a big, strong guy and a good wrestler. But I'm not so sure about his character, Bruno. I'm really not. And the third thing, I don't know how you did this. You got Tanaka and Diamond in your camp, and there's peace and harmony. Now, they're just like old buddies again, but that proves one thing, Bruno. Money does talk. But I've got a little deal I want to talk to you about. Now, Billy Travis is up in Lexington, Kentucky, and he's depressed as he's ever been in his life. He lost his father last year, and this year, he lost his job. But, Bruno, I've only been wrestling a little over a year, and I've saved up $5,000. And my deal is, Bruno, I want you to listen up real good. Now, I've already come to you one time and asked you if I can wrestle Pat Tanaka in a single match or Paul Diamond in a single match against Billy Travis's contract, my $5,000 against the contract. But you wouldn't take it. So I've got another deal I want to present to you. That is, I'll wrestle both your guys. Now, you know as well as I know, I can't beat both your guys put together. Last week, that's the first time I've ever been carried out in the arena on a stretcher. But I'm willing to take that chance again, put my $5,000 up against your two men in a handicap match. Now, I'm not saying I can beat them, but I don't think your boys can put my shoulders to the mat in 10 minutes. Now, that's my deal, Bruno, $5,000. It'll make you an even bigger winner. Think about it. The contract's in Eddie's pocket right now with my name on the dotted line. Put your name on the dotted line, Bruno. Think about it.
There he is. He's talking about $5,000 additional dollars.
Now listen, let me say something. That is my $5,000. Jeff Jarrett's putting up my own money. You know what I mean? I don't stand to gain nothing out of this.
He's not putting up your money. He's putting up $5,000 of his.
$5,000 to get that hood off.
Oh, yeah.
Billy Travis. And all he wants to do is put that money back. That's my own money. I don't stand to gain nothing out of this. First of all, Jeff Jarrett don't know what real money is. See, he grew up with his daddy and his granddaddy, and everybody else gave him all kind of money all his life. I grew up poor, baby. I didn't have nothing. I was walking up and down 42 Kane Boulevard, ham boning for nickels, baby. I know what it's like to be broke. I know what it's like to be eating dog food, being hungry, brother. So that money don't mean nothing to me. That was my own money. Now, if people put up $10,000 or $15,000 or more money, this is where you guys could double your money, and I'd have my money back. See, that would mean something. That would mean something. But breaking even don't mean nothing to me. He's putting up money. He's putting up money.
Hey, listen, it's no bad. The King. Jerry?
I'll tell you what I want, Bruno. I'm back here listening to you poor-mouthing out here about how you seem to have no money and this proposition that Jeff has just made to you. It doesn't seem to interest you because there's nothing in it for you. Is that what you're saying?
There's nothing in it for me. Jeff Jarrett don't understand. You don't understand. Nobody understands. Nobody understands. I don't think he gave us money.
I think I understand. I see what you're saying. You're saying that Jeff is offering $5,000 to Paul and to Pat, and there's nothing in it for you. Well, okay, well, let me see if we can rectify that situation. Let's see if we can change that a little bit.
What are you talking about? What do you got in mind?
Now, I know how much this match means to Jeff because I talked to him about it, and I know how much a match like this would mean to Billy Travis because I'm very familiar with that situation.
Oh, you don't mean that.
Jeff just touched on this just a little bit. Now, the situation is this. Billy Travis, when that mask was pulled off of him, he's not able to wrestle here anymore.
Of course
and
he's
ordinarily,
not. Of course he's not.
Ordinarily, a guy like Billy, the talented wrestler that he is, could go anywhere in the country and wrestle. You know, it's no secret. There's wrestling going on all over the country, and ordinarily Billy could go anywhere he wanted to and wrestle. But the fact of the matter is, just like Jeff touched on, Billy's father died last year, and he's not going to come out here on television and make a big deal out of the fact that his mother lives alone now in Lexington, Kentucky, and Billy is the only person around that can take care of her. So Billy is not going to go to California or to Florida. Yeah, sit over there and make a big joke out of it, you little wimp. You better listen up while I'm talking to you. I know something like that doesn't mean anything to you, does it? Because you're a low-life, stinking snake in the grass, and you probably never had a mother to love. Is that right? That's your problem. But listen to this.
You don't talk to me like that.
Billy Travis is going to stay in Lexington, Kentucky.
Good.
Close to home, to where he can take care of his mother. So that prohibits him from being able to wrestle anywhere else. That's why we'd like for him to be able to come back here. Now, the whole fact of the matter is you think there's nothing in it for you. Well, let's get something in it for you.
What? What's in it for me?
What about this? Now, Jeff Jarrett has made the proposal. Now, here's two big, tough guys. All he says is that he don't think that these two guys can beat him. Do you guys think you can beat Jeff Jarrett?
Of course
you can. Okay, again, $5,000. There's $5,000 in it for you.
Well, that's for them,
and I'll tell you what I'll do.
What? What are you going to do?
I'll put up $5,000 more. I'll double the money. Okay, Jeff says that he saved up $5,000 in 1 year. I got a little money. I'll put up the other $5,000 if you'll go for this match. Okay, that makes $5,000 in it for you.
$5,000 for me, they get to double their money.
That sounds good.
Hey, does that sound good?
Come on. Well, I'm going to tell you something.
Let me get Eddie Marlin over here.
Well, how do I know? You're somebody? Well, what's it? All right, let's see what Eddie Marlin got to say about all this.
Yeah, but Lala, they've already refused. Jeff asked me to bring the tape down to show it to him. He asked me to bring the contract down. I did that. They refused to sign it, so let's just drop it.
Hey, now Pat and Paul Diamond didn't refuse. It's just Bruno that's talking about it, and Lowy.
He seems like he's doing the talking for him. So I just rather just...
Let me say one thing, and Eddie, I'm not saying this to embarrass you, but that's Eddie Marlin, Jeff's grandfather talking, and not Eddie Marlin, the wrestling promoter. You got to understand something. Jeff Jarrett is a man now, Eddie, and he wants this match. And he wants it, and it's not. I think that it's time for I know how much you love him. I know how much he means to you. He's your grandson. It's time to let him be a man and let him have what he wants. And don't try to protect him. He doesn't want that, and he wants this match. And I think these jerks want it, so let them have it.
Let me see. Naturally,
you're going to cry here in a minute when I put my fist right now.
You can't do that with
protect his grandson. But Lawler, a handicap match. Now, you of all people, I shouldn't have to stand here and tell you how dangerous it is. You remember when you wrestled Austin Idol and Tommy Rich? You remember the outcome. Now, me as a promoter, I don't want that to happen to another one of the wrestlers that's in our employment. So I'd rather drop it right where it's at. If it was you going in another handicap match, I'd say the same thing.
Are you his granddaddy? Do it.
There's Eddie, you are so funny.
All I can tell you, Eddie, is Jeff wants the match more than anything that he's ever wanted since he's been in this profession. And I think that as a man, I think it's your duty to let him get the match. He wants it, let him have it.
There's no way, of course, we're not stupid. There's no way Jeff can have a handicap match with my new prime-time team and beat him. That's ridiculous. And first of all, how does Jeff expect to survive?
Hey, listen to the stipulation.
You can't beat him.
Well, wait a minute. How does Jeff Jarrett know? Let me see that. Ed, how do I know you have $10,000, $5,000, whatever? How do I know?
Hey, you don't worry about that.
I just worried about the
If
money.
it goes down on a contract, you got your money if your guys can come through with it. But listen to it. Jeff Jarrett doesn't have to beat them. They have to beat him in 10 minutes. That's all there is to it. And maybe they don't think they can beat him in. Well, you talk to Bruno about it. He's griping and moaning about it.
Do it. Come on, make some money.
I know you two can beat that no-go part. As long as he don't cheat like he does.
So what happened last week? Look at him. He's got a neck brace.
Let's see that anymore.
Would somebody read this to Bruno? Because I know he can't read it, so... There's my name, and there it is right there. I've signed a contract that says I will pay Downtown Bruno $5,000 if Jeff Jarrett
Well, of course
gets beat
they'll
in
do.
this match.
Lance, hand that to me. I'm not taking that out of his hand. Hand it to me. Give me that pen, too.
Make your X.
Put your X down there somewhere, right here. Oh, look at this.
Still refusing.
Who can refuse it? I ain't going to refuse nothing. That's mine. Come on.
There we go.
You guys want to sign it too? Yeah, make it official. You guys sign it too here. No, it's real easy. You guys are going to beat Jeff Jarrett. That's going to be it.
We got to beat him.
We
Gotta beat him in 10 minutes time. They get $5,000. You get $5,000.
Maybe you'll have to come around with a match done too pretty soon.
There it is.
I love it.
Done and
I
sealed.
love it. It's beautiful.
All right, the match is signed. All I want to say to you guys is this.
What?
You know the rules.
Of course.
This is a handicap match. You guys are in there as a tag team. You're going to tag in and out. There'll be no double teaming, right? Now, my $5,000 is suddenly at stake. So this match makes this match mean an awful lot to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come right down there, and I'm going to sit in Jeff's corner, and I'm going to make sure. I'm going to make sure one thing. I'm going to tell you what. It wasn't in the contract. Listen, whether it was in the contract or not, brother, you're going to be in their corner. Well, I'm going to be in Jeff's. And as long, I want to say this. As long as you guys legally tag in and out, that's fine. I will not interfere.
Fine. He's got
But let me tell both of you jerks one thing. The first time the first time that either one of you two guys think that you're going to double team Jeff, or the first time you little weasel, want to try to interfere in the match, then I can guarantee you this. I'll personally beat all three of your brains out.
Wait a minute. Where's your major's license? Anybody's entitled to a second in there. You guys can stand here and argue all day about it. You got your names on it. We're going to take a break right now, and that's all. We're going to stand here and listen to it. You guys know coming up at the Evansville Coliseum on Wednesday night. First, I'd like to remind you that Thursday, April the 23rd, Henryville, Indiana, at the Henryville High School, sponsored by the yearbook staff. The ticket office is the high school office. Get prepared. Thursday, April the 23rd, Henryville, Indiana. Now, here's the entire card at the Evansville Coliseum on Wednesday night, and boy, what a dandy this is. Mark Starr opens up against Jack Hart. Then it'll be a return grudge match with the Hunter battling over Bambi with Alan West, a Pittsburgh Street Rumble with Big Bubba and Mighty Goliath going against Soul Train Jones and Rocky Johnson. Handicap match, that's 2-on-1 when Jeff Jarrett faces Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka, but Jerry Lawler will be in the corner as a second for Jeff. And then the final bout, look at this. Bat on the pole, that's right. Baseball bat up on a pole when Jerry the King Lawler goes against the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol. And brother, look out, there's going to be some head knocking. Hear that music? Yes. Let's bring in the new Southern Tag Team Champions, Soul Train and the Soul Man. Congratulations, Train. Great. Rock, by golly, I'll tell you, super, super, super. You guys sure let them know that you were there for business when you took those belts away.
We sure did. We're not going to get out here and put them down and say it wasn't hard fought, because it was. But we're very happy, me and the Soul Train, to be the new Southern champions. We just want to thank all the people out there that stood behind us and give us their support. Now, these belts are ours, brother, and we intend to keep them for a long time to come, because you can dig what I'm talking about. So, if they want to get down, if they want these belts, brother, now we're the champions, they're the challengers. They got to come to us. Right, Train?
Oh, they got to keep on chasing us, Rock, because me and Rock, Lance, we gel like cornflakes and milk, you know? We gel just like that.
You guys look great together.
That's right. And if anyone who want to come to this and get these belts, they got to come through the Soul Patrol. I'm talking about 285 pounds of Rocky Johnson. 280. Excuse me, 280 of Rocky Johnson and 247 of Soul Train Jones, because we are the Soul Patrol. We're the power of thump.
Listen, you guys had a tough match with them, but you got one coming up in the coming week that is called a Pittsburgh Street Rumble. Now, what in the Sam Hill is this?
I will tell you something, I don't know nothing about no Pittsburgh Street Rumble, but I know how to rumble. I know about a New York Rumble. I know about a Washington, D.C. street fight, a Washington, D.C. Rumble, and I can rumble, and me and the Train, if we have to, we can rumble in the jungle. So we don't care if they want to use chains, boards, anything. They can bring it on, brother. We'll be there. The only thing that threw me off, and I talked to the Train, I said, you know, Train, they're talking about, what was that, Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh.
I said, I've been in a lot of rumbles in my days, somewhere in the ring. Some I ain't too proud of was on the street. But if they want to rumble, brother, they can have it. And, brother, we'll rumble any place, anywhere. We don't care where it's at, Daddy.
And it don't have to be in Pittsburgh.
It doesn't have to be in Pittsburgh. It can be any place.
Okay,
great. Lance, because a rumble is a rumble. I don't care if you have it in Pittsburgh, you can have it in Detroit, you can have it in New York, you can have it right here in Memphis. A rumble is a rumble. But if they want to bring anything to a ring, like 2x4s, chains, whips, they know we can rumble, because you know what we can do with them 2x4s, don't you? You can really shake them 2x4s.
You know what we can do, period, bro, because, you know, you come along real good the way I'm showing me. Look at this man. I got this man in shape here, Lance, and this is my main man right here. And we gonna
You guys are looking super together. Go to the ring. Let's see some of it, Dave.
All right, got a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match coming up right now. Total weight 485 pounds. Introducing from Memphis, Tennessee, Keith Eric, his partner from Parts Unknown, the Thunderbird. Going against him at a total of 523 pounds. Out of Washington, D.C., Rocky Johnson. And out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Soul Train Jones. This match one fall, 15-minute time limit. Jerry Calhoun, the referee.
Okay, everybody's splitting down to the jackets and all, and we have Keith Eric getting ready to start out for this side of the ring. Across the way, it's the Soul, well, I don't know who it is. Yeah, it's Soul man, Rocky Johnson starting out.
Rocky out to face Keith Eric. Rocky much bigger than Keith.
Yeah, I don't want to put Keith and his partner, the Thunderbird, down, but it's like they say, the two chances.
That's right. That's right. I guess we should probably say that they are not yet championship caliber.
Not right. And boy, I'll tell you, this is some impressive team. Look at that Soul Train go. Took that arm around behind, scissored his leg in the same motion, took him down, and got a 1-2 count on him. There's a tag on the Thunderbird.
Soul Train, man out of Pittsburgh, PA. Boy, he can move.
What a physique.
Yeah. Thunderbird forced down to the mat. Soul Train hooks up on that arm, puts a bar on it. Look at him. Dumped him right over the back.
Something you don't see too often is that fireman's carry throw, and he executed it very well. Went in there, crotched him, took him right over and down with it. There's a tag on the bigger man.
Rocky Johnson. Yeah, notice Rock says he's down to 280 now. Whoa, look at this.
Look at that. Not bad for 280, huh?
No, sir. Not bad at all.
Rocky got involved. He was over wrestling in Africa, Dave, and he got involved wrestling with the powerlifting team over in South Africa, and he put on a lot of beef. As a matter of fact, he was up over 300 when he was competing, and he's now slimming it back down a little bit. But boy, it's amazing he can move as well as he does for that kind of weight.
Boy, he can. Yeah, he was indicating just a few minutes ago that he had lost another 5 pounds, shooting for about 275, and he's now at 280. Whoa, look at that.
Sunset
him down, counts at 2, now 3, and it's over. 2 minutes, 16 seconds worth for Rocky Soul Man Johnson and Soul Train Jones.
Southern Tag Champs, and they are the winners as expected. We'll be back, and we'll be seeing Big Bubba and the Mighty Goliath in just a moment. Deceiving me? Do I see downtown Bruno with a rebel flag out here? What is this, Bruno? Slip on over here. This would be more fitting with your crew right here, with that chain.
This would be more fitting. I love it, Lance Russell. I love it. What's the matter? What do you mean? You don't understand what's going on? I don't understand.
As many bad things as you've said about the South, what are you doing carrying?
Okay, first of all, I'm from Pittsburgh. It's not the South. It's the South. Okay, there's a difference. It's the South. We live in a house. We take showers. There's a difference. Not showers, showers. Okay, anyhow, this don't mean nothing. This is Stars and Bars of Southern Cross. It has nothing to do with the South. It has nothing to do with, this reminds us of fighting. This reminds us of the Civil War, see? This reminds us of getting bad, getting funky. Reminds us what it's all about. The Boys in Blue, see? The Boys in Blue won the Civil War, see? And this just reminds us of what these no-good rebels did to us 100 and some years ago. But we're going to get back at them. See, this reminds us of the Civil War. Now, Rocky Johnson and S.T. Jones, listen to me, you jerks. Let me tell you something. You've never been involved in a Pittsburgh Street Rumble, a Pittsburgh Street Brawl. You don't understand what it's all about. Rocky Johnson, where's he from? Washington, D.C., something like that? Okay. Well, he has absolutely no concept of what's going on here. Now, S.T. Jones, he comes out here, and he says he's from Pittsburgh. Ha! S.T. Jones is from Rankin Boulevard. He grew up in the projects, watching Good Times, then going out in the street and living it. I know all about S.T. Jones. We go way back. He overlooked the steel mills where he couldn't get a job. He was too lazy and too stupid to hold down a 9 to 5. And he got into professional wrestling. Now he's just riding behind Rocky Johnson, who ain't all that good anyway. Well, S.T. Jones, if you're getting some delusions of adequacy, brother, let me tell you something. 4 Duquesne Boulevard is where I was born and where I was raised. Like I always say, downtown born and downtown bred. And when I die, Jack, I'm going to be downtown dead. And you know what we do downtown? We fight and we hurt people. Hold this for a second, Baba, please. Let me show you something, Lance Russell. Let me show you something. You see this cable, man? You see these stitches here? Zoom in on these stitches. Do you think these are make-believe? Do you think this is makeup? These are stitches. This is reality. These are real stitches. That kid from 9th Street and 422 Boulevard, where I took a knife on my belly in a real Pittsburgh Street Rumble. And this is going to be just as real, and this is going to be just as bad. And that's the way it's going to be. 422 Boulevard, tell the brothers out there. You hear downtown, Bruno? Brothers. You understand? Brothers. That's the way it is. There ain't no time for shucking and jiving. There ain't no place to duck and hide. Do you dig where I'm coming from? Because let me tell you something, brother, when you get in the ring, we're going to introduce you to pain. We're going to peel the skin, the flesh off your back, because Pittsburgh Street Match is where it's at, brother. You understand that? Can you dig it? Because we're going to be busting when it comes time to get there. Look at that. Lance Russell, they tried to humiliate me in front of people that I care about, okay? In front of people that I care about. Well, the Pittsburgh Street Rumble, the Pittsburgh Street Match is going to be the time when we're going to get even. And the people that they humiliated me in front of, the people I care about, are going to say, downtown Bruno from downtown Pittsburgh, I'm proud of you. Okay?
Yeah, well, they've got your title. I just happened to
Yeah, Pittsburgh PA. Pittsburgh Street Rumble. It's like Mama says, it bees that way sometimes, and I hope you're proud of me.
We'll find out how it's going to bees downtown, as I think you will find. Rocky Johnson and Soul Train Jones weren't too fearful when they were out here talking about the Pittsburgh Street Rumble. Dave, we got some rumbling coming up right now.
We got a tag team match, and already in the ring at a total weight of 505 pounds from Memphis, Tennessee, David Haskins and his partner from Arkansas, William the Freezer Thompson. On the other side, a total of 821 pounds.
Thanks, Bruno.
A little lighter now because the chain's not in there. Big Bubba out of Miami, Florida. The Mighty Goliath out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Their manager, downtown Bruno.
This doggone logging chain here, it could be used as a watch chain for Bubba and Goliath. There's the doggone big about it.
It's Big Bubba.
Let me tell you something. Duquesne Boulevard, Pittsburgh, PA. That's where I came from. That's what it's all about, Lance. You think I come out here and lie? You think I come out here and tell stories? I'm from Fort Duquesne Boulevard. I walked up and down Fort Duquesne Boulevard. I lived on Fort Duquesne Boulevard. I darn near died on Fort Duquesne Boulevard, and I survived, and I made it. I made it to the top of my profession. I made it. Championship Wrestling Association, the #1 professional wrestling promotion in the history of professional wrestling. And here I stand, and there's nobody going to make a fool out of me. Nobody going to take this away from me. Lance Russell, there is no way ever, never, ever. I'm going back to what I was before, Lance Russell, because I was nothing, Lance Russell. I had no money. I had no ambition. I was content getting up in the morning, sitting on the hood of a car, smoking a cigarette, throwing a frisbee, doing some ham bone, sneaking into a movie, watching it, stealing some food, eating some dog food, sitting on the hood of a car some more, smoking some more cigarettes, and going back to my $3 a night flop house and sleeping there. And that's the way it was. And it would go over and over and over, Lance Russell. I was cold, and I was proud, though, Lance Russell. And I made it to the very top. And now Rocky Johnson, who don't like me very much, wants to come around with boards and everything else and show me what he thinks he's capable of doing to me. Well, Lance Russell, like I said before, like I said before, Lance Russell, Rocky Johnson isn't fit to carry my luggage through the airport. He isn't fit to do nothing. You know what, Lance Russell? He thinks he's going to stop me. He thinks he's going to stop my contact connection. And when they're in there, I'm in there too. This is the same thing. That is me, in spirit, in body, in the ring. Rocky Johnson, S.T. Jones are not going to stop me. Are not going to send me back to what I was before, because I'm proud of where I'm at. I'm a survivor, but more than a survivor. I didn't just reach the top of the mountain, Lance Russell. I prevailed, see? Because let me tell you something. What they just did to the refrigerator man is exactly what we're going to do.
Well, let me tell you something, downtown Bruno. Everything you say about Rocky and Soul Train, they're going to have to pay for it when they get in the ring. Okay, you got it. And the official, Dave?
2 minutes, 12 seconds.
Oh, you're going to be proud, Pittsburgh.
2 minutes, 12 seconds,
Right.
and the winners with no surprise, Big Bubba and the Mighty Goliath. We've got more action coming up. Be back to it in just a moment. Knoxville Coliseum, and son of a gun, it'll be a dandy, too. Entire card reads Mark Starr going against Jack Hart, and it'll be a return grudge match. This will be a dandy. The Hunter will be facing Alan West, and you know there's a little difference over Bambi in that one. Pittsburgh Street Rumble. Throw the rules out the window and look out, my friend, when Soul Train Jones and Rocky Soul Man Johnson will be going against Big Bubba and the Mighty Goliath in a Harlem or Pittsburgh Street Rumble match. Then there will be a handicap bout that'll have $10,000 against Billy Travis returning to the area when Jeff Jarrett goes against Pat Tanaka and Paul Diamond. But remember, they've got to beat him. He doesn't have to beat them in that 10-minute time limit, and Jerry Lawler will be in the corner. That's not the only duty for Jerry. Listen to this. Baseball bat on the pole match when the King goes against the Universal Heartthrob. The one that gets up wins the match, but he also wins a chance to use it on his opponent.
Well, I'll tell you, Lance, this guy never ceases to amaze me. What do, Idol? You lay awake at night trying to think of these kind of matches? You want the deck stacked completely in your favor, don't you? First of all, every time we wrestle, I'm sure you line up all those stooge friends of yours down the dressing room and tell them, hey, now the first time the King gets me down, come on down, help me. That's what usually happens. Yeah. But this time, he thinks he's going to have a baseball bat in the match. It's going to be on top of a 10-foot pole, and I'm sure Idol's thinking, oh, he'll be able to get that bat, and he's going to use it on the King. Well, let me tell you something, Idol. You got another thing coming, brother, if you think for 1 minute that you're going to be the one to get to that bat. Because what's going to happen to you Wednesday night is you're going to get two beatings. One, in the process of me getting to that bat, I'm going to leave you laying in a pool of your own blood in the floor of that ring, and then I'm going to just shinny up that pole, and I'm going to take that baseball bat, and then the fun starts. Because, you see, the match is officially over when somebody gets the bat, but it don't end until I wear your head completely out there Wednesday night in Evansville, Idol.
Of time match. This particular one will have the new team of Pat Tanaka and Paul Diamond. Last week they're sitting here. Pat Tanaka's ready to kill Paul Diamond because he thought he stole $5,000. Here they are as partners.
It's an expiration of time match here, too. Introducing at a total weight of 461 out of Memphis, Tennessee, returning David Haskin. And his partner from Minneapolis, Minnesota, John Paul. Going against him, 434 pounds worth. Downtown Bruno in their corner. From Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada, Paul Diamond. From Hawaii, Pat Tanaka. This match will be to the expiration of time. Jerry Calhoun, the referee.
Randy Bryant was scheduled to be in with John Paul as his partner, but Randy had some car difficulty. And so David Haskins, who really never got a chance to go in that last match, has come back as John Paul's partner.
Right, yeah, he was not in the match at all, not officially. It was a very quick pin that Bubba and Goliath got on his partner, the Freezer. John Paul, good-looking young wrestler out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, in there to face the Hawaiian, Pat Tanaka.
I'll tell you, it's quite a team of Tanaka and Diamond. I respect their wrestling ability. I don't respect the fact that they took money to turn their back, particularly Diamond. Of course, Tanaka had already had the falling out with Jeff Jarrett. John Paul looking very good on that move on Pat Tanaka. Diamond, a partner of his, and he takes the blood money to pull the mask off so Travis has to be run out of town. Now he split the money with Tanaka. Look at this, John Paul. Yes! Oh, he had a 2 count, but that's all he could make it. Downtown Bruno having a fit out here, pounding on the ring as his boys aren't looking as slick as he thought they were going to.
Stop talking to us. This is what I call my new prime time. The new prime time. Prime time number 2. The summer replacements, I guess you could say. Not that any tag team could possibly be better than the first prime time, because that was a team all by itself. This is just something different. Look at that. That was beautiful, wasn't it? Let me tell you something. Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka, the new prime time, are going to beat Jeff Jarrett. Everybody else that steps in their way. I don't care whether it's Rocky Johnson or Mule Train Joe or who it is, but the #1 target, naturally, is Jeff Jarrett. And Lawler, we haven't forgotten about you. So if you want to get yourself a partner, or if you want to help out your little buddy Jeff, well, you just step in a ring with prime time #2, and you're going to see exactly what kind of tag team this is. And why is David Harrison pull the tights like that, Lance Russell? Why?
Beautiful move by Haskins, and that brought Bruno's attention motion back to the ring, David.
Yes, sir. He looked very good in there against Diamond on a couple of different moves, and he finally just drove him back to the corner. Diamond hanging back close now. He and Tanaka have been talking. That brought Bruno back to ringside for a word with Paul Diamond. Haskins, well, they got having his hair pulled now. Diamond shoved him back into the corner of Diamond and Tanaka. Bruno up on the ring apron, distracting the referee. Haskins ducks under, but runs into a double clothesline. Tanaka from outside, Paul Diamond in the ring. Give Bruno a #1 assist on that. Haskins dropped over the top rope. Pat Tanaka. And you said it earlier, you got to respect these guys, Diamond and Tanaka's wrestling ability, but it's hard to respect anybody that hooks up with downtown Bruno.
I guess that covers it about as well as anything.
Baby, it's like Mama says, it be that way sometimes, and that's how Bruno says it, so it must be the truth.
I see him using their fist and all other things. There's a clothesline, one of those short, jolting kind. Remind me of Dutch Mantell, the way he used to fire a guy in and catch him, snap him short off of it. Paul Diamond got Haskins again. He puts him down on the deck.
John Paul just came firing in there. He had seen what they've been doing to David Haskins this whole time, and finally he just had enough. He comes running into the ring. Now he and Diamond out here on the floor. In the ring, it's Tanaka and Haskins, but look at John Paul and Paul Diamond going at it out here on the floor, up in the ring. That's David Haskins lying in the ring there. Now Tanaka comes out to help out. A jab to the throat of John Paul. He used the point of the fingers. Referee Jerry Calhoun calling for the bell to be rung. Calhoun, oh, look out. John Paul thrown onto the desk here.
Paul Diamond slams John Paul on the desk and now grabs him by the hair, pulls him off and pops him down on the floor. The freezer comes in to try to help out David Haskins, and he's nailed. Here comes Eddie Marlin.
Where's my freezer going to be by here? What's Eddie Marlin doing out here?
Look out. Pile driver on Haskins by Paul Diamond.
Diamond puts a pile driver on David Haskins, and Eddie Marlin over Holland. You better take care of Tanaka, or he's going to get sent out of this territory for good downtown. Up there goes Tanaka back to the ring again. Referee Jerry Calhoun, who is, whoa, look at John Paul going after. Here comes the freezer, William Thompson, over. And meanwhile, Diamond goes after Haskins because everybody was on the floor with John Paul and Tanaka. And again, Tanaka taking the opportunity, and the referee's the only one left. And Haskins been found around. He suffered that pile driver from Paul Diamond. And a fourth time they go after Haskins while John Paul, and here John Paul back after to run Tanaka out. And they take a last cheap shot at Haskins. Eddie Marlin doing his best to get everybody out of there.
Well, they get one out, and the other one from across the ring slides in and goes after him again.
They just keep alternating on shots on David Haskins, who was crippled up with that pile driver applied by Paul Diamond. And now John Paul and William Thompson, the freezer, trying to help get David back to the dressing room in there, along with Eddie, Randy Hales, and referee Jerry Calhoun. Boy, David took some piling. I'll tell you, after that pile driver, they just kept pounding away on him.
Coming back one time after another. Yeah, the referee was hurt when Calhoun jumped out of the ring when they were battling on the floor down here. I think he turned his ankle or something, because I saw him go down and grab his left ankle, so he was couldn't get over there quickly. So it was really a madhouse there for a minute. 4:12 is the official time on the match. Referee stopped it, a stop match.
The point we made earlier, the fact that Tanaka and Diamond both have lots of talent, but boy, oh boy, oh boy, the downtown Bruno influence is sure evident. So it ends up as a stop match in a little better than 4 minutes and 12 seconds. We're going to take time out. Be back after we check our time. Floor and everywhere else, right out of time, Dave. We'll see everybody next week. For Dave Brown, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station.
Welcome in, wrestling fans, to another edition of Championship Wrestling. And do we have action for you this week? We're going to go back in time and catch the Midnight Rockers in a match in which they won the World Heavyweight Tag Team Championship from Doug Summers and Playboy Buddy Rose. That is quite a match. You don't want to miss it. Also, we'll see highlights of quite a feud brewing between Austin Idol, the Universal Heartthrob, and Jerry the King Lawler. Also, highlights of Pat Tanaka, Jeff Jarrett, many other of your favorite stars here on Championship Wrestling today, including J.T. Southern, the Golden Boy Chick Donovan, who's back in our area, Mark Starr, an outstanding young professional from Tampa, and much, much more. So stay right where you've got it. We got the first match coming up right after this, right here on Championship Wrestling. Wrestling, we're going to catch some highlights. Jeff Jarrett and Pat Tanaka embroiled in a feud. Let's watch these highlights right now.
Give it in.
Two outstanding young wrestlers, one of them trying to get the best of the other. Let's take a look. A returnee to our area. We're looking at the Golden Boy, Chick Donovan, an outstanding professional. He's in action next against David Haskins.
Control of what I say, control of what I do. And this time I'm going to do it my way. I hope you enjoy this as much as I do. Are we ready? It's all about control. And I've got lots of it.
Well, we tuned in on our own program there for just a minute. Twilight Zone for a minute.
Yeah. Coming to the ring, returning familiar face, Chick Donovan. Let's have the introductions for the match, David.
Got a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match here. Introducing from Memphis, Tennessee at 235 pounds, David Haskins. And with Paul E. Dangerly as manager, 242 pounds, out of Hollywood, California, Chick Donovan. This match